Hello and welcome to senior night at Kapaun Mount Carmel as the 13-4 Kapaun Mount Carmel Crusaders take on the 4-13 Northwest Grizzlies. I'm Andrew Guyer. Tonight I'm joined by my co-host Grayson Greer. And Grayson, walk me through this KMC team and their past couple games.
Well, it's a big one coming in tonight on senior night. The Crusaders rolling with the all-senior starting five. And coming into this one, they picked up their latest win over the West Pioneers, winning that one 65-14. And the last time these two teams faced off, it was at Northwest. And the Crusaders came out victorious 67-15, looking to improve on their already great 13-4 record on the season. And here's Andrew for your starting five.
And starting for the Crusaders, Ella Rudy to start the tip. She's number 42 on your screen, and Phoebe Loffer will start for the ball for the Crusaders, number 23. And then number 2 along the wing, Cabrini Orr. And then another wing player, number 13, Maddie Spears, and rounding off the lineup, number 43, Emily Jacobs. And as Grayson mentioned, an all-senior lineup on senior night. And off the back heel, Spears on her first shot. Rudy fighting for the ball, and jump ball called.
And as Northwest takes possession, here's their starting five. Number 10, Deza Johnson, the senior guard. Talia Lewis, a sophomore. Number 30, Aubrey Navarrete. Number 33, Kylena Hallman. And number 34, Cameron.
And Navarrete hitting a big trifecta to get the Grizzlies on the board.
Grizzlies starting with the press, trying to put pressure on the Crusaders early.
And Jacobs will get an early shot and off the mark and stripped out of the hands of Loffer, but KMC will keep possession. Or the pump, she'll uncork and bounce it around the hoop and corralled by Northwest.
And Orr, a senior, trying to get that first bucket for the Crusaders.
Hallman, the deep pass along the court, and Northwest will reset. A pass out of bounds, KMC basketball. Missed communication from Lewis. Looked like it was intended for Johnson. And Orr taking the ball up, getting it to Loffer and back to Spears. And Orr, she'll pump on the first and get out to Rudy. Spears wide open. Ricocheting off the rim, and Rudy will get a second chance opportunity, getting the first points for KMC.
Rudy been dominant on the glass all year for the Crusaders. Continues her reign tonight. Blocked by Loffer. Will be Northwest basketball.
And Navarrete will set things in motion for the Grizzlies. Lewis at the top of the key. Making a move inside, off the back glass, recovered by Rudy. Spears to Loffer, moving inside. Using the square, and Loffer has her first points.
The Crusaders have taken advantage of the points in the paint all throughout this season, doing so early, getting into their offense.
And the deep three from the Grizzlies. Navarrete connecting again. She's 2 for 2 from deep. Poked away by Lewis. KMC recovering. Northwest initiating the press. Loffer finding an open Rudy and using the glass.
And towards the second half of this season, the Crusaders have done an excellent job of utilizing the open passing lanes that they can find and getting the easy shots.
Some miscommunication. Ball ends up in the hands of Spears, hustling down the court. Coast to coast, Maddie Spears getting KMC the lead. Spears has 2.
A quick timeout called here, 30-second timeout by head coach Christina Commons of the Grizzlies. And as we have this short break, Crusaders having a successful season so far and trying to improve their record as we look into the postseason. Their next matchup coming against Falcons of Heights. And that will be a crucial matchup for the Crusaders, looking to get a good playoff seed. Both these teams are. And as we resume play, it will be Northwest basketball.
And Zoe Buckner checking in for the Crusaders. And Grayson, something to note about this KMC team, they're on a 5-game winning streak, playing electric basketball at the moment, playing as a unit and just hustling for balls, playing as a very strong team going into the playoffs. And the deep three connecting McCoy Pfister, tally up 3 for the junior.
Pfister getting it going from beyond the arc early in this matchup, something that she has done throughout her season. As Northwest will make a substitution, number 2, J.C. Schur coming in. It's number 10, Deja Johnson will take a seat.
Lewis at the top of the key, guarded closely by Pfister, poking the ball out and saving the ball from the dividing line. Lewis, in that effort, threw the ball out of bounds. So this will be KMC basketball.
And the Crusaders just hounding on defense, not able to get past it was the Grizzly offense.
And around the horn for the Crusaders, uncorking is Buckner, nailing the deep shot. And Buckner has her first points. And KMC leads by 8.
2 early threes from this Crusader squad. The answer goes up from deep, no good from Navarrete. She has hit 2 so far in this one. That one will not go.
Knipp at the controls for the Crusaders, getting off to Buckner, then back to Pfister. KMC taking their time tonight, playing very patient basketball. Inside, Spears, the dish. Pfister nailing the mid-range jumper.
And the Crusaders so far just playing excellent team basketball, both on defense and offense, moving as a unit, finding the open teammate.
Lewis making some moves in the paint, hoists up a shot.
And the travel will be called. Checking in for the Crusaders is Phoebe Laufer and Emily Jacobs, as Rudy and Spears will catch a breather. As Knipp brings it down the court.
Pfister off the screen, gets it to Jacobs, and Knipp handling it inside. Jacobs the move, and deposits the bank. Emily Jacobs has 2 points on senior night. Some rush passes results in the ball on the ground. Buckner out of her hands, and that one rolling. Northwest will maintain possession.
Just a loose ball, not able to be corralled by either team, eventually ending up off of the Crusaders.
Navarrete taking her time, guarded closely by Pfister. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Inside, Hallman find Navarrete, and shot clock violation. Inside, Buckner, the easy layup using the glass.
And no shot clock violation called, as it was in the hands of the Crusaders before it hit 0, so just an easy opportunity for the layup.
Navarrete uncorks another deep 3 off the glass, unable to connect. Buckner and Laufer racing down toe and toe. Unable to connect on the first. Buckner throws up a shot.
And Navarrete has made her presence known both offensively and defensively so far in this matchup.
Lewis moving inside, hoists up a shot. Taken down by Jacobs. Knipp to Pfister. Pfister making a move along the arc and inside, cannot connect. Second chance opportunity good by Loffer.
Crusaders just getting lots of second chance opportunities so far in this one. The putback has been great for them so far.
Under a minute left in the first.
And a foul will be called. Number 23, Phoebe Loffer, her first, team first, as Cabrini Orr will check in for McCoy Pfister. And Kalina Holman will take a seat for Northwest.
Sure to check in, gets it to Lewis. Orr playing some tight defense. And Lewis hit the court. That'll be Northwest ball.
That foul was on Cabrini Orr, her first, team second. As the quarter winds down.
And another whistle called.
Looks to be confusion with the clock. So we will resume right back where we started a few seconds ago.
We're continuing to play tight defense. Northwest will look to add some points to their score. Down by 16. Orr comes away with the steal. KMC patient on the offensive end. Buckner inside to Orr. Orr deposits the bank, and Cabrini Orr has two.
Cabrini Orr getting some points early on here on senior night. All the senior girls looking to get those point totals up.
Navarrete chucks up a last-second shot. And 24-6 KMC leads at the end of the first.
And as we take a break here at the end of the first quarter, heading into the second, Grizzlies not having anything going offensively after the first 2 3-pointers by Navarrete. The Crusaders not giving up anything defensively, playing tight, trying not to give any breathing room to the Grizzlies. And I think if you're the Crusaders, you just continue what you've started here in their explosive first quarter of play.
Really just a solid performance by the Crusaders, running up the numbers early, and it looks like they're not trying to take their foot off the gas anytime soon. Continue the performances that they've had in recent games. 65-14 against West on the 14th last week. And so they're just trying to replicate those type of performances and carry those into next week and the following weeks.
Yeah, and I don't think you can ask for a better start to a game as a coach. Players went out energized with and got early points and played stout defense.
Inside, Jacobs makes a move, throws up a shot. Bouncing around the heel, crowd by Orr. And that will be Northwest basketball.
And Orr's heel barely clipping the baseline.
Moving inside, Hallman not going up for the shot. Northwest will reset. Johnson losing the ball, corralled by Buckner, but heading out of bounds. And Grizzlies basketball.
And it will be Navarrete to inbound for the Grizzlies.
Hallman poked out by Buckner, retaining possession. Johnson at the top of the key, guarded by Orr. Navarrete throws up a shot. Second chance opportunity, no good, and clearing the board is KMC. Orr inside on transition. And Orr will get 2 shots from the line.
And Orr's shot was blocked. It will be out of bounds, but the Crusaders will remain possession. It'll be Buckner to inbound.
Hamilton along the wing, gets it to Buckner. Buckner pulls the trigger, connects. And Zoe Buckner has 8 points. Northwest taking their time, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson looking for Lewis. Winding down, gets up a shot, and KMC will take it the other way. Buckner, another 3. Bouncing around the rim and taken down by the Grizzlies. Moving along the wing and inside. Johnson, incomplete, and Jacobs getting it to Buckner. Buckner, the move. The shot. Buckner cannot connect off the heel. KMC not doing a great job of clearing the board on offensive possessions, keeping those alive, and that's something that they can focus on later.
And a travel will be called on the Northwest Grizzlies. Crusaders staying strong on defense. And they forced the turnover, inbounding in front of their own bench. Not a lot of offense from either team so far in the second quarter. Only 3 points scored by the Crusaders. As Bezdek tries to change it, blocked, but the second chance will not fall. It will be Northwest getting the ball.
And we've seen a lot of mixing around with the roster, or with the lineup tonight for the Crusaders. Not one set group for them, and corralling the ball, Maddie Spears taking the other way. And Hamilton, that one poked out, but KMC will retain possession.
And it will be Pfister to inbound at the baseline. The Crusaders have gotten a majority of their scoring so far tonight from the paint, looking to continue to do so.
Pfister off the screen, moving inside. Rudy. And Ella Rudy connects using the square. She has 6.
The passing from the Crusaders offense has been on a high level so far tonight. Is something they have improved on drastically throughout the course of the season. It is what makes their offense so effective.
And Skur to Hallman. Inside. And back out to Lewis. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis throws up a shot. And that will be a shot clock violation for the Grizzlies.
But before the buzzer, it was a personal foul called on Spears, as Talia Lewis will shoot to the sophomore for the Grizzlies.
And Lewis good on her first. Brings the Northwest total up to 7.
The bank is open tonight, getting the first points for the Grizzlies in the second quarter.
Second one will not connect. taken down by Rudy. Spears moving quickly inside and back out to Hamilton, nearly over her head.
Hamilton jumping up to corral the pass before it headed into the stands. No easy pass in for the layup, no good by Rudy.
Down by 22. Grizzlies trying to add to their score. Hallman throws up a shot off the back glass and taken down by Spears. Spears moving, Hamilton wide open. Good from three-point land. Avery Hamilton has 3 points.
And Hamilton has been a threat from three-point land so far this season. The majority of her points coming from beyond the arc.
The answer from Lewis will not go. And Rudy off her hands. Lewis hustling for the Grizzlies. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but still in the hands of Northwest. And rolling out of bounds. Grizzlies will maintain possession.
And Hallman takes a seat for the Grizzlies as Bezdek, Rudy, and Hamilton will take a seat for the Crusaders. So substitutions for both teams.
Sure, inside, throws up a shot, rejected by Buckner. And hustling down Pfister, the 2-on-1. Loffer trying to use the glass. Second chance opportunity, good. Tally up 2 for Zoe Buckner, as she has 10. Navarrete along the wing, uncorks, cannot connect, taken down by Buckner. Buckner racing down the court. The last second pass to Loffer, bouncing around the rim. Buckner, a third chance.
And a foul called as she took up the shot. That one will be called on Northwest, number 34, Cameron Stubbs. Her first, team first. As Buckner will shoot 2 for the Crusaders. And with a minute and a half left to play here, make sure to stick around for the halftime performance by the KMC Pommies. Will be their last performance tonight for the basketball season.
And bingo for Buckner on her first.
And Pfister and Spears taking a seat for the Crusaders as Orr and Jacobs check in.
And Buckner's second is good. She has 12. And pass intended for Johnson, or with the interception, taking it the other way. Or finding Buckner. And the deep three from the sophomore. The Grizzlies, the deep pass to Johnson. Inside. And she was caught walking. KMC basketball.
And Knipp to bring it down the court for the Crusaders. Under a minute left here in the first half. As Buckner shoots 3, good. Gets that one to fall. That is 15 on the night so far for Buckner. About 10 seconds to separate the shot clock and the game clock. And the foul will be called. Reach in on the junior Ellie Knipp, her first, team second of the quarter. And the shot clock is off. Northwest to inbound.
Navarrete at the controls for the Grizzlies. Sure. Along the wing, poked out, dislodged by Buckner. Inside, trying to finish. And Buckner goes window shopping using the glass. She has 17. And 5 seconds left. The ball on the ground. 2. Last second shot will not come to be. And double zeros as these two teams head in to the locker room for the break. 41-7. And we will see you later. Hello and welcome back from the break as KMC leads 41-7 over the Northwest Grizzlies. And Northwest has an uphill battle if they're going to want to come back in this one. KMC not taking their foot off the pedal at all. Grayson, walk me through what's happened thus far.
Well, a big senior night matchup, a game that all these seniors will remember. Again, with the all-senior starting five resuming the second half for the Crusaders. At 3 was put up by Navarrete. She hit 2 deep three-pointers in the first half, but nothing much else on offense for the Grizzlies, as we have seen a lot of that in the first half from the Crusaders. Some good passing and open shots, playing some smart basketball, and that's what has led them to their success so far.
And Grayson, KMC doesn't seem to be forcing any shots. They're playing very smart, like you said, and calculated basketball. Exactly what you want to see in the home stretch of the season. Navarrete off the mark on the deep three. And Orr to check things in. Spears at the controls for KMC. Spears along the wing, moving inside. The floater connects. And Maddie Spears has 4.
The Crusaders have been shooting well tonight from all areas of the court, whether it be beyond the arc or in the paint and from mid-range.
Turning a corner, Lewis. She hoists up a shot.
No foul will be called as the tough defense was there for the Crusaders. Will be Navarrete to inbound for the Grizzlies.
Johnston along the wing. Taking her time. Hallman moving inside. Pass intended for Stubbs, but taking the other way is Spears. Loffer, the ball poked out. KMC holding possession. Inside, Jacobs using the glass and in. And Emily Jacobs deposits 2 as that moves her total up to 4.
And we have seen from a lot of the Crusader bench so far in this matchup tonight getting some playing time in the first half. We'll see if we see even more of the bench coming in to get some play time.
And Lewis off the mark, corralled by Rudy. Lewis keeping the press on Spears.
And the foul will be called on number 22, Talia Lewis, her first team first. Gets called for the contact on defense as Orr inbounds to Spears for the Crusaders.
And Spears squares up, knocking down the deep shot. Maddie Spears has 7.
Bring it down the court for the Grizzlies is Lewis. Getting it to Navarrete.
Lewis looking for an open teammate, moves inside, and whistle called. Lewis will get a trip to the line.
And that will be the second team foul for the Crusaders. Sorry, first team foul, second for Orr.
First one off the mark for Talia Lewis. And a whole new group of girls will check in for the Crusaders. That's Knipp, Bezdek, Pfister, Hamilton, and Buckner.
A whole lineup rotation for the Crusaders, not something you see too often. But the decision was made by head coach Will Ingles. The rebound will be fought over, be a jump ball between Ellie Knipp and Tamari Griffin.
And Grayson, we said a whole new group of girls checking in. This is going to be the future lineup if all these girls continue with the sport talented group and a bright future ahead for this program.
Yeah, exactly right, Andrew. And a lot of these girls getting playing time in every game this season, making their mark on this successful season. But as you saw, those seniors that started off the second half for the Crusaders, their career coming to an end at KMC, at least for this last home game. But it will continue on for their next two matchups and into the playoffs.
Buckner hustling with the ball. Taking it good off the glass, and Buckner took it all alone, coast to coast. She is 19. Inside, Lewis, the answer. Hit the court hard.
It will be Bezdek called for the foul. First, team second, as Lewis will head to the line again for the Grizzlies. The first will not go for Lewis.
And Lewis will not connect on the second opportunity. The laser from Pfister inside Hamilton, and using the glass, Hamilton has 5.
Crusaders have found many opportunities for open layups so far this game, just continuing to do so. As the weather outside is cold, but their shooting has not been tonight.
And Buckner, second chance opportunity is good, using the glass for some help. Buckner has 21. Lewis guarded closely by Pfister, the floater. Second chance opportunity, cannot connect. Corralled by Pfister. And Buckner, the 2-on-1. The bank is open.
And Northwest just hasn't been able to close those wide open lanes for the Crusaders so far.
And jump ball. Northwest will retain possession.
And the first appearances on the court tonight for the Crusaders for number 5, Lucy Keller, number 12, Evie Romer. The freshmen and sophomores getting some time on the court. The pass was poked out of bounds, but it will stay with Northwest.
And poked out again by Romer. Northwest check in once again. Hallman inside, gets it to Johnson. Off the top of the fiberglass, and KMC will take it the other way. Romer finding Knipp, gets it to Keller wide open, but she won't elect to shoot. Romer the Grizzlies taking the other way.
And Romer on the defense will be called for a foul. That will be her first, team third of the quarter. Taking to the line for the Grizzlies is Kylena Hallman. As her first attempt will be good, nothing but net on the free throw. As Bezdek and Hamilton will check out in exchange for number 33, Hope Garner, number 22, Ellie Knipp.
And the opportunity no good from Hallman.
It will be Northwest basketball as Hallman and Johnson take a seat, getting a breather.
Knipp hustling down the court, looking for an open teammate. Keller along the wing. It's a Knipp. Knipp unloads. Knipp down the chute as Ellie Knipp has 3.
And the young lineup on the court for the Crusaders as the easy layup is good for number.
And Keller once again unloads from deep. Off the heel, taken down by Romer. KMC will keep the possession alive. Romer will get a shot. Cannot connect. Rudy securing the miss. And that'll be Northwest basketball.
And a young lineup here for the Crusaders. As I was stating earlier, we have 2 freshmen on the court, along with a sophomore, junior, and senior, trying to get everybody some experience. And the foul will be called on Romer, her second, team 4th of the quarter. And number 3, Mariah Staton, will shoot 2 for the Grizzlies. As the first will fall for Staton. Knipp takes a seat for the Crusaders as Phoebe Laufer will take her place on the court. It's the second attempt is good. Crusaders bring it down the court is Romer.
And KMC has not taken the pressure off Northwest yet. Keller, a deep shot. KMC keeping the possession alive. Inside, Rudy, the third chance opportunity using the glass.
And the putback was good for Rudy. That's the tight defense. It is Sure getting it to Staton.
Inside, Navarrete. Taken down by Rudy and whistle called.
That one will be on Navarrete. That was her first, team second. So we have below a minute to play here in the third quarter. Evie Romer bringing down the court for the Crusaders.
Inside, Laufer gets up a shot, making it look as easy as pie. She has 8 and under 40 seconds left in the third. Navarrete leading the Grizzlies with points. Her pass goes sideways and Romer will take it down. Inside, secured by KMC. Keller back out to Laufer and back and forth from her and Rudy. Romer uncorks down the chute for the freshman, and a big shot.
And as we head into the break between the third and fourth quarter, coming off the three by the freshman Evie Romer, Crusaders lead 68-12. And it's good for younger players to get experience, as they will probably be seeing more playing time in the years to come. A big graduating class for the Crusaders. So definitely good to get them some court time. And if you're Northwest, you're just looking to stop the open lanes for the Crusaders. Lots of easy layups. Just do anything you can on offense. The Crusader defense not allowing anything to come easy. So we'll see how this one continues to play out as we enter into the fourth quarter of the senior night matchup between the Cape and Mount Carmel Crusaders and the Northwest Grizzlies. Crusaders looking to improve upon their 13-4 record as they have had a successful season, and the Northwest Grizzlies having a little bit of a down season, 4-13 so far. Their latest matchup coming out with a win over the West Pioneers, 37-19. And their next matchup will be against the Heights Falcons.
Spears along the wing. KMC, some quick passes. Inside, Loffer.
And a foul will be called beneath the basket. It will be on number 2, Cabrini Orr. That is the third personal for the senior team, first of the quarter.
And Grayson, many of these KMC offensive possessions, they look very calm and cool. No need to panic on any of these. They are in the driver's seat. They have control of the game, and they're just trying to finish this one off. A deep three from Hallman. Skeered for a second chance opportunity for the Grizzlies. Lewis at the top of the key.
And Loffer will check out for the Crusaders as we had an all-senior lineup in there again to start the fourth quarter. Taking a seat as Kennedy Gonzalez will enter the game for the Crusaders.
And Spears receiving the press from Lewis and the rest of the Grizzlies. Down by a lot, and Northwest still has their heart in it. Jacobs will get up a shot, connecting, and the senior has 6 points.
So far, just a scoring attack by the Crusaders. And they haven't had the brightest days all the time on offense. Sometimes there has been some gloom. But tonight, not showing any of it.
And whistle called. This looks to be Northwest basketball.
And substitutions for the Crusaders as Jacobs and Orr will take a seat as Knipp and Bezdek take the court.
And Rudy dislodging the pass. Hustling is Bezdek, finding Spears. Inside, Rudy makes a move.
And a foul will be called. That one will be on number 34. Cameron Stubbs, her second, team first. As Zoe Buckner checks in exchange for Ella Rudy.
And Buckner will survey the court from the sideline. Buckner finding Spears. Knipp quickly inside, buries it. Some help from the glass. Knipp has 5 points.
And Knipp is a key player for the Crusaders so far this season. Not always showing on the offensive stat line, but defensively a key player so far for the Crusaders, as Pfister will check in for Spears. There are no more seniors remain on the court for the Crusaders, as Buckner is double teamed on the inbound, so it will head to Knipp.
Knipp weaving through the defense, her pass out of bounds, intended for Gracie Bezdek. Trying to keep that in the hands of Game C, but is wide left.
Yeah, and usually there can be a lot of emotion heading into a night like a senior night. Crusaders have played calm and collected basketball so far.
And if Grayson, if you go out in the hall, you can see all the support all these players have received. They have little posters for each of their names, and they'll be recognized at the break. So stick around for that really cool thing here at senior night.
And definitely a good showing from the students and parents and grandparents coming to support their student athletes. And it is Hallman, no good on the free throw attempt, but it will stay Northwest basketball.
Checking in is Navarrete, finding Hallman. Northwest getting along the wing, and Navarrete squares up for a big shot off the heel. Knipp leaner offense. Fisser to Buckner. Buckner wide open. And Buckner nails it.
A big three there. So we'll pause for a substitution. So Crusaders substitute 3, Garner, Romer, and Keller taking the court in exchange for Pfister, Knipp, and Buckner.
The handoff stripped away by Hope Garner, the freshman. Northwest will get another opportunity. Inbounding is Skur. Navarrete saving the ball, but KMC will take it the other way. Bezdek to Keller. Keller across the court. Garner moving inside. The floater off the back of the glass and bouncing around and in.
The left hand will fall for Garner, getting her first points of the night for the Crusaders. Lewis will be fouled. And that one will be called on Garner, her first, team 4th of the quarter. As Lewis will shoot her first attempt of the pair. So that one will fall, bring Lewis to 2 points on the night. Hallman taking a seat for the Grizzlies as we hit 30 seconds left here to play in this one. The Crusaders coming out on top with a dominant win. So Lewis hits another, so good on both free throws.
Poked away by Navarrete. Another offensive possession set up for the Grizzlies. Navarrete, the deep 3 off the glass. Navarrete has hit 3 long distance shots tonight. She has 9 points.
And as the clock hits 0, please stick around, as in between now and the boys game, we'll have the senior night ceremonies. We will join you again for the men's matchup. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to tonight's senior night matchup between the 14-3 Kapaun Mount Carmel Crusaders and the 15-3 Northwest Grizzlies. It's a matchup to watch in the G-Wall. I'm Andrew Guyer, and tonight I'm joined by my co-host Grayson Greer. Now, Grayson, walk me through this Northwest team and what they're all about.
Well, this Northwest team coming in to this matchup at the record of 15-3, with their latest win coming over the West Pioneers 79-52 in a dominant showing of offense. And that is something that the Crusaders are going to have to stop tonight, coming in with a high-power offense and a stout defense. And their starting five tonight will be number 1, Darian Hammond, number 4, Franklin Aku, number 5, Eli Benning, number 23, River Peters, and number 25, Liam Calvert, a talented starting five for the Grizzlies. And here's Andrew for your Kapaun Crusaders.
And starting for KMC, number 4, Rocco Keller. Number 11, the senior on senior night, Corey Daniels. Another senior, number 12, Owen Erlacher. And then, of course, number 21, Corbin Johnson. And rounding off the lineup, the sophomore, Blaze Dalian. And these two teams, they met earlier in January. It was a 45-41 bout and battle between them, and Northwest came away with the win, a tight one. And we'll see how this one plays out. Very defensive that last game. Northwest was able to hold KMC to a low score and slow down their high-powered offense.
Yeah, and a low-scoring game for both of those teams in that one. Crusaders falling 41-45. That was early on in the year. The Crusaders showing some inconsistencies in the early part of the season. That is not something we have seen throughout the remainder.
Yeah, they are hot right now with a 9-game winning streak coming into tonight's matchup. Northwest starting with the basketball. Benning came out to the top of the key. Guarded closely by Daniels.
Benning being guarded by Daniels is a matchup you're going to want to watch. Speed on speed.
Moving inside, Benning, the spin, the step back, and down the chute. Eli Benning has the first points of the contest. Erlacher, the kick to Dalian. Dalian, the move inside. Looks for a teammate, finds Keller. KMC some quick passing. Start early. This tough Northwest defense has put up a fight. Erlacher inside, bouncing around, and KMC keeps the possession alive, reset the shot clock. Erlacher, the pump, and using the square. This game tied at 2.
And this is going to be back and forth all night. Offense versus offense. You're going to have to find the open man to get the easy buckets.
And Uke, the floater, cannot connect. Offensive possession kept alive. Taking his time is Benning. And inside, off the glass and in. That was Calvert, the senior.
Daniels bring it down the court for the Crusaders, getting it to Keller. Crusaders looking to get another one in the paint. And good on the first 2 early layups.
And Rocco Keller using his strong frame to weave through the defense and get inside for the bucket. The 3 off the mark, ricocheting off the front of the rim, but whistle called, and Calvert will shoot 2.
And that one was called on Blaze Dalian, his first, team first of the quarter.
Excuse me, River Peters at the line. And cha-ching for Peters from 15 feet away.
And the free throw line is going to matter in a matchup like tonight. 2 very good teams looking for every edge they can get, and Peters taking advantage of his trip.
And both teams coming out firing early, not missing any opportunities. Dalian in the corner, the ball pops out, dislodged by Benning. Northwest, the hustle in the corner. The three, ricocheting off the rim. That one shot by Hammond. KMC will take it the other direction. Daniels controlling the ball. The spin. Finds a wide open Keller and moving inside the double team. And back out, whistle called.
And that one will be called on number 25, Liam Calvert. That'll be his first, team first for the Grizzlies. As the substitution is Jude Porter in exchange for Dalian.
And Corey Daniels surveying the court from the sideline. Urlacher collecting the ball and gets it back to Johnson. Johnson making a couple moves. KMC keeping it along the wing. Johnson forces the shot, and it goes. Corbin Johnson, the nice flick of the wrist. He has two.
The Grizzlies not giving the Crusaders any space, hounding them on defense tight. Johnson able to create enough separation for the shot. Stolen away by Porter.
And Johnson inside, the big pass from Keller to set up the opportunity, and Johnson will get two free shots.
Johnson on the fast break, drawing the foul call. That one will be called on Darian Hammond, the junior guard. That'll be his first.
And Johnson breaks the tie. He has 3 points.
And Johnson, a senior for this Crusader squad tonight on senior night, but he has seen ample playing time sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Porter fighting for the ball collides with Hammond. Northwest will maintain possession, and you can just see Jude Porter's physicality and his effort that he puts into every single play. Moving inside, Peters back out to Hammond and along the wing. Inside, Uke cannot connect off the rim. And Johnson has 6. Hammond at the controls for the Grizzlies. Benning, the pass. Uke off the glass, and second chance opportunity good for the junior.
And Deku having to double clutch there for the basket, able to get to fall. Keller puts up the shot, getting through the contact. It will fall.
Benning, the deep three, bouncing around the rim and in. Northwest down by 1 now.
You're going to have to stay in front of Benning, not handing the ball to his teammates, but just moving quickly down the court. Urlacher off the pick and roll, and for the easy layup.
Pushing the pace is Eli Benning, keeping it quick, and he gets another shot. Keeping it quick from the perimeter is Benning. Johnson, and whistle called.
That one will be called on Eli Benning, his first. The senior guard, a speedy player, obviously trying to push the pace early in this one. Has been back and forth offensively as Corey Daniels will take a seat. Dalian checking back in for the Crusaders. Keller to inbound.
Dalian along the wing. Finds Keller. Johnson moving inside, squares up, down the shoot for Corbin Johnson.
And it just seems like the Crusaders can't miss early on here in this one. You're going to have to keep that up.
These two teams playing to each other's levels. It's going to be a back and forth game all night long.
And it's always a fun one when you have such a high-level matchup between two Wichita teams.
Peters no good on his first, and that will be Red heading to the line.
Red checking in a moment ago, but already drawing the foul from number 12, Owen Herlocker, underneath the basket. Lots of contact on the fight for the rebound, but no whistle blown until the shot attempt. And Red looks to take advantage of his trip to line 4-2. The first will go.
Northwest trailing by 4, keeping it close. And just by watching, you wouldn't even think that Northwest was down. These two teams back and forth, and there hasn't been a clear standout winner thus far. They're playing very well, and they're going toe-to-toe with each other.
Yeah, and that pace seems like it's going to maintain for the entirety of this one. Johnson pulls up again. The deep 2 will fall on the step back. Johnson shooting lights out so far tonight.
Already 10 in the first quarter. Johnson picking up a quick pace, and Rivers, the answer for Northwest.
Northwest refusing to go away, keeping it within 2.
Dalian inside, guarded tightly by Red. Powers his way into the paint and uses the glass. Blaze Dalian has his first points. And that was Liam Calvert with the ball, and these two teams will talk things over.
Calvert got caught walking, inbounded by Dalian. Porter bringing it down for the Crusaders. Herlocker took his seat on the bench. It's a sophomore Jordan Mangu checking in for the Crusaders, number 1 on your screen.
Wide open, Keller unleashes off the heel, taken down by Mangu, fighting for the ball, holding on to the leather for dear life.
And that one will be called on number 25, Liam Calvert, picking up his second personal early on in this one. He will take a seat as number 4, Franklin Aku, checks back into the game for the Grizzlies.
It's a quick pass from Johnson. Dalian to Keller. Keller and making a move inside the spin. Mangu to Dalian. Dalian the pump. Some quick pace.
And a foul is called on number 4, Franklin Aku, his first. That is the team 5th on the Grizzlies. Northwest not happy about the call, as Dalian will shoot 2 here for the Crusaders.
And Dalian unable to knock down his first. KMC already in the bonus with 1:15 left in the first. And Dalian connects on his second. He has 3 points. Benning at the helm. Aku inside to Red. Red, the spin. And tried using the glass. Fighting for it was Keller, and whistle called. Keller will get shots at the line.
And the Crusaders entering the bonus here with just under a minute to play in the first quarter. Keller looking to extend the Crusader lead.
And Keller good on his first. Keller has 5 points on the night. And the second one is down the chute from 15 feet away. KMC out to a 7-point lead. Pulling away from the Grizzlies a bit. Porter guarding Benning. The quick dish to the corner. Back to Benning at the top of the key.
Another foul called That one is on Jude Porter, his first, team third of the quarter. Inbound gets to red.
Coup to Benning. Benning keeping the pace quick. A wide open Benning signaling for the ball in the corner. Iku cannot see him. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Northwest waiting for the opportunity. And the deep shot from Rivers. The student section caught him off guard with their early counting. And Porter will get up a shot. Bang! Jude Porter with a last-second shot to end the quarter.
And a huge momentum boost caused by the student section to end the quarter, counting down the wrong time. And River Peters fell for the trick, shooting up an air ball. And then the Crusaders turning around with the Porter three from the corner. And a great boost to the Crusaders going into the quarter break. Leading by 10 heading into the second quarter. A great start.
And I think, Grayson, that sequence of events right there is the perfect example of what a student section can do, the power that they have on the game. They don't call it the sixth man they called it the sixth man for a reason.
Yeah, I would agree. And just an awesome series of events for the Crusaders. But if you're Northwest, nothing to be too phased about. These is a high-power team, only trailing by 10 going into the second quarter. When your offense can turn things around as quickly as theirs can, just settle in a little bit more on defense. But it is hard to stop the Crusaders shooting as well as they have been in that first quarter. And as we resume play here at the beginning of the second quarter, it will be Crusader basketball.
Porter to set things in motion. Daniels at the helm for KMC. Keller finds Mengu inside, wide open, using the square. Mengu has his first points. And Benning losing the ball, slipping from his fingers.
And a foul will be called, a push on Eli Benning, his second personal, team first of the quarter for the Grizzlies. And a JDS Red takes a seat for the Grizzlies.
Porter to check in, finds Keller near the dividing line. Keller moving inside. The step back, bouncing around the rim, taken down by Mengu. Finds an open Porter, unleashes. And Johnson was fighting for that ball, unable to take it down. Northwest on offense now.
Defensively, the Crusaders not allowing the Grizzlies to find open looks. As a coup pulls up for the mid-range, will go.
Johnson pulling up from deep. Bang! Leather through lace for the senior Corbin Johnson. He has 13 points.
Corbin Johnson making himself known on the offensive side of the ball.
Benning handling it. Nearly took the shot opportunity, but Porter will take it the other direction after the bat away. Daniels weaving through the defense inside. Tried using the glass, cannot connect. Rocco Keller.
Rocco Keller with the layup forces the timeout from Northwest head coach Andy Hill. Electing to talk things over with his team. It is a full timeout. 6 2:03 left to play here in the second quarter. Crusaders, relentless attack on offense. And it feels, Andrew, if you'd agree with me, that they have not missed a shot this game.
Yeah, KMC, it's electric down there on the court. They're playing with such energy, it's contagious. You can feel it up here in the booth.
Yeah, agreed. As a crowd, loving it, this home environment, seeing your team take on an opponent that you previously lost to earlier in the year and go out on an early 15-point lead. Plenty to be happy about. And not just the offensive ability, but defensively, the Grizzlies really having to chew the shot clock to get any open opportunities. And as we resume play here, it will be Northwest basketball. Crusaders playing some man defense. So it will be Porter to guard Benning.
Benning trying to kickstart his team. Hammond inside the double team, rolling around the rim. KMC hustling in the other direction. Johnson hit the brakes and was caught on the carry.
It will be Northwest basketball after the carry call. Johnson turning the ball over. Will be Benning to bring down the court.
Benning, the quick pass to Peters. Peters tried using the glass, but he'll get 2 shots.
Peters taking a trip to the line here, trying to get the free 2 points. The student section trying to distract him from the free throws. He will be good on the first free throw.
And Peters kept his focus, nailing his second. He has 7 points. Mengu along the wing. Finds Johnson, the spin, gets open. And he'll get 2 shots at the line.
And that foul is called on number 5, Eli Benning, his 3rd personal. So that puts him into some foul trouble, not what you want to see if you are the Northwest Grizzlies, as Franklin Aku will take his place on the court. Johnson was able to get the first free throw attempt to fall. Not the second. Keller coming down with it.
Dalian moving inside. Urlacher unleashes. And leather through lace. Owen Urlacher has 7 points. A 3-fest for the Crusaders.
And a foul called on the contact. That's one is on Owen Urlacher, his 2nd personal, team 2nd, the quarter for the Crusaders. Inbounding underneath their own basket is Darian Hammond.
Inside, poked away by Daniels. Nearly went the other end. And Hammond gets a shot. That one connects. KMC leading by 15. Keller in the paint. The spin. The kick out to Urlacher, almost over his head. Inside, off the front of the rim. Peters moving inside. The finger roll. Whistle called.
And the Northwest Grizzlies not happy with the foul calling so far.
And the big pass inside, and Darian Hammond will get a three-point opportunity as he's short. Daniels will take it the other way. Finding Dalian inside, the miss. Hammond. Under 3:50 left in the half. Whistle
Foul
called.
will be called. That one will be on number 4, Rocco Keller, his first, team third for the Crusaders. Inbounding underneath the basket is a coup.
Moving inside, the spin, the kick out to Aku. Aku ricocheting off the rim. Dalian secured the miss. Dalian finding Urlacher. Urlacher again off the heel.
The foul was called there on the contact, fighting for the rebound. Call it on number 15, Blaze Dalian, his second personal, team fourth for the Crusaders. B. Johnson defending Aku on the inbound.
The quick pass to Hammond. Whistle called.
And lots of quick whistles here. Crusaders getting called for lots of fouls. Got to be careful. That is the first on Johnson, team fifth. As Hammond will shoot 2 for the Grizzlies.
And bouncing around and rolling off on Hammond's first.
That's about as close as you can get to making it.
Yeah, it looked like it would roll in, but last second. And he gets luckier on his second opportunity. Hammond has 3 points. Dalian at the top of the key. The kick to Mangu. Mangu finds Keller. Keller squares up, scratches the rim. Hammond moving quickly inside to Uke, and good.
And a timeout will be called by head coach Steve Eck, frustrated with his team giving up quite a few points there. The Grizzlies bringing the deficit down to 12.
And recently Corbin Johnson got 1,000 points in his KMC career, so congratulations to the senior Johnson. And he has 14 on the night. Successful scoring career for him, and we look forward to seeing what he does in his future.
Yes, for sure, and he has continued to score tonight. 14 so far, 2 minutes and 45 seconds remain to play in the first half. So this 30-second timeout will come to an end, and we will resume play here. The momentum swinging towards the Grizzlies of Northwest. Crusaders trying to bring it within again, still holding a comfortable lead.
Johnson hitting the court. Quick dish to Stuhlstadt. Johnson again gets up a shot, bouncing around and pops out.
The fast break on defense will be blocked. Will maintain the basketball on Northwest's possession.
That was Benton with the shot, and Hammond will check in. Benton at the top of the key, guarded by Keller. Makes a move. Benton back out to Hammond. Inside Red. Hoists off a shot, and contact was made by Mangu.
And the Crusaders just fouling a bunch more than they did in the first quarter. In the second quarter, they've got to be careful. So that was the first on the sophomore, Mangu. It's the first free throw attempt will roll off the rim.
And Red connects on his second. Under 2 minutes left in the half. Keller, the spin, makes a move. The jelly, it's currency. And Rocco Keller, the and one opportunity.
And Keller finishing through the contact, his whole arm being ripped down, able to finish the basket. He will shoot the and one attempt. It will not go. This will be Northwest basketball after it goes out of bounds off the hands of the Crusaders. Crusaders lead by 13, just under 2 minutes left in the first half of play. The high energy matchup so far.
Hammond to Peters. Iku to Hammond. And rejected. Daniels coming away with the ball. KMC continuing their tight defense. Stuhlstotz in the corner, wide open, uncorks. Scratches the rim, taken down by Iku.
Holding it at the top is Benton. And a foul will be called on number 1, Jordan Mangu, his second personal. And since the Grizzlies are in the bonus, they will shoot 2. It will be Hammond at the line.
And Hammond's first, down the chute.
And with a minute left to play in this one, stick around for halftime. The performance by the KMC Pommies. And then the half-court shot competition for the student body. So some entertaining things. Then we will rejoin you for the second half as Johnson pushing it down the court. No good from the mid-range.
And you mentioned that half-court shot opportunity. 4 students, 1 from each grade level, will be chosen randomly and will get a shot at $500. So like Grayson said, stick around for some action.
And Hammond trying to find some space.
And Peters uncorked and would not go. Red, the second chance. Whistle called and he'll be sent to the line.
The foul will be on number 3, Reed Stuhlstotz, his first. And Coach Stevek seems to be arguing that they called the foul on the wrong person. Keller will take Stuhlstotz's spot at the block for the rebound. First free throw attempt was no good. And the second will go for Red. It will not fall either, so 0 for 2 on that trip to the line.
And under 30 seconds left in the half. Daniels in control with the ball. Teasing Hammond with his moves. .11 seconds now. Daniels inside, falls, and Mangu loses the ball and heads out of bounds. Northwest will get possession now.
Northwest probably going to try to push it quick. 3.3 seconds on the clock. Trying to get this last second shot before heading to the locker room. And the shot is no good, off the mark. We will head into the locker room. 39-27, Crusaders lead. We will rejoin you for the second half of this matchup.
And remember, stick around for the Pommies performance and the half-court shot for $500. Hello and welcome back from the break as KMC leads by 12, 39-27. KMC in the driver's seat tonight. And Grayson, run us through that first half of play.
Yeah, in the first half, just back and forth offensively. The Crusaders getting up to a 15-point lead at one point. Sorry, 17 points was their highest lead of the game. But after that, the Grizzlies were able to rally. Crusaders still holding a 12-point lead coming into the beginning of this third quarter. But the Grizzlies definitely seemed more calm in the second quarter. The first quarter got a little bit out of their hands, but they recovered. And as we resume play, Northwest looking to bring it even closer.
Hammond, the quick dish to Benning. Guarded closely by Johnson. And Peters. Northwest keeping it along the arc. Benning, the step back. Ricocheting off the front of the rim, and KMC will come away with it. Daniels, the driving force for this offense.
The Grizzlies have been guarding Daniels tightly all night, trying to take away the speed advantage that he has.
Keller inside, using the glass, and it rolls in. Rocco Keller has 12 points.
The open layup for Keller that's been vital for the Crusaders. So the three-pointer from Peters will not go.
And Keller will check into Daniels. Daniels inside, the kick out to Keller. He unleashes. And cha-ching! Rocco Keller has 15.
A big three from Keller, bringing the lead back to 17 for the Crusaders.
And Peters throws up another shot, pulled down by Keller. Daniels at the helm again. Erlocker in the corner, moving it to Dalian. Around the horn for KMC. Daniels cannot connect. Benning hustling down the court. Inside, batted down by Dalian.
Dalian not biting for the look-off by Benning. Able to bat that one out of bounds.
Peters finds Calvert. And Daniels nearly got that ball. Inside, Benning, the jelly, pulled down by Dalian, fighting for the ball. Rolling, and Peters will get a trip to the line.
And that one will be called on Corbin Johnson, his second, team first of the quarter. And River Peters to shoot two for the Grizzlies. His first attempt will not go.
And Peters' second is down the chute. He has 3 points.
The substitution for The Grizzlies, number 25, Liam Calvert, will take a seat as Deshae Benton took his place.
Dalian moving quickly. Makes a move, gets it to Daniels. Daniels resetting. Johnson inside to Keller. Keller using the square. Tally of 2 for Rocco Keller. Benning moving inside. Dislodged by Keller. Northwest maintains possession, and Peters will get another 2 shots.
Seems like Peters has spent half of his time on the court at the line, getting a lot of foul calls beneath the basket. He will shoot another 2 for the Grizzlies. And just to show kind of the difference of the playing styles from the last time that Northwest and Kapaun faced off, the Crusaders fell short in that matchup 41-45, and we have seen a lot more offense in this one. The Crusaders already surpassing their total with 46. As Herlocker takes a seat for the Crusaders.
And Peters' second gets knocked down.
And Northwest calling a timeout after the made free throws from Peters. Talking things over, getting their players a chance to breathe. If you're the Crusaders, I think this game is going pretty well for you. You're coming in against an opponent you lost to earlier in the season, and you came out firing in the first quarter, playing good defense. If you're Northwest, this is a team you beat last time, but by a slim margin. And they know that this is a team they can beat, and sitting at a 15-3 record. They know the skill they have, not playing too well so far tonight, not shooting entirely well, but looking to bounce back, trailing by 16 here as we resume play.
And speaking about besting teams that have beaten you in the past, KMC already beat Bishop Carroll last week and on pace to beat the Grizzlies tonight. They just got the Falcons in their upcoming schedule. So the G-Walls stacked this year in KMC. They've been getting their revenge.
Yeah, Greater Wichita Athletic League, you have some teams with high-power offense, the Heights Falcons, Kapaun Crusaders, and the Northwest Grizzlies. So that one is turned over by Dalian, will be Northwest basketball. But it has been a great year for the basketball scene in G-Wall.
Benning in control, unleashes a 3, deposits the bucket. And Eli Benning has 8 points. KMC taking their time. Dalian at the top of the key, moving inside, wide open. The finger roll and off the glass. Dalian has 5.
Dalian taking the long strides, getting into the basket. Benning pulls up, quick 3, good. And hopefully that will spark this Northwest offense. As Daniels is bringing it down the court for the Crusaders. Him and Johnson.
Inside, Keller makes a move, forces a shot. There are some open teammates along the wing. And that one sails out of bounds for the Grizzlies. KMC will get the ball back.
And a quick turnover there by the Grizzlies. Not something that you can really afford to do trailing against this Crusader squad.
And 3:15 left in the third period. Keller moving inside and finding some space and getting the easy bucket. Rocco Keller has 19. And Peters rolling in and out of the hoop. Dalian making a move, loses the ball. Looked like he slipped on the court and ball rolled out of bounds.
Foul will be called. That one will be given to number 25, Liam Calvert, his third personal. That is the team first of the quarter for the Grizzlies. As Mengu will take a seat, Porter taking his place for the Crusaders.
Daniels moving inside. The stop. And whistle called. Daniels will get some shots.
And that one will be called on number 1, Darian Hammond, his second, team second of the quarter for the Grizzlies. Daniels looking to take advantage of the free opportunity.
And Daniels first scratches the rim. Daniels looking for his first points of the contest. And the second goes down the chute. Benning makes a move on Porter inside. Contact was made. And Benning will get a trip to the line.
And that foul will be called on number 2, Jude Porter, his third personal. The team third of the quarter. Benning to shoot 2. Benning is good on his first attempt, as River Peters will take a seat, and Deshae Benton checks in for the Grizzlies.
And Peters buries his second. Daniels inside to Dalian, the dish to Johnson. Johnson, the stop and go, the step back, and rolling around the rim. Crowd by Northwest. Benning, the kick to Benton. Benton, the move inside. Red powering his way through to get the bucket. And Red has 5 points.
Johnson and Daniels trying to get down the court with each other's help, trying to avoid this quick turnover.
Keller at the top of the key, the pass off to Johnson and gets it to Dalian. Dalian back out to Keller. Keller finds Daniels, and Daniels having trouble possessing the ball, throws up a shot.
And Daniels seems just getting hounded on defense, could never get full control of the ball. Ends up out of bounds off the hands of the Grizzlies.
Dalian, the quick pass to Porter as time runs out. Porter! Tally up 3 for Jude Porter as he has 6 points.
And both those points coming from buzzer-beating threes by the junior. He will be called for a foul. That is the call. Will be on number 2, Jude Porter, picking up his 4th personal, finding himself in some foul trouble. Sophomore Jordan Mengu checks in for the Crusaders. This Porter will take a seat. As the Grizzlies inbound.
Inside, Peters. That one dead center. 35 seconds left in the third period. Johnson moving quickly inside the turnaround, gets it to Daniels, poked out by Eli Benning. Hustling down the court, the one-on-one. Makes a move off the rim, and now KMC will get an opportunity inside. The pass was high from Keller, but Johnson will make do with it. And Johnson has 16.
And just incredible defense by Corey Daniels to turn what looked to be a guaranteed 2 for the Grizzlies into 2 for the Crusaders, as the 3 from Peters will be airballed. 2.6 remain on the clock. See if the Crusaders push to get some points.
Johnson, the quick shot, nearly went in. And KMC leads 56-42 as we have 1 period of play left before KMC can get their revenge.
And this is the last regular season home game, hence the senior night for the Crusaders. But with a successful season, sitting at a record of 14-3 currently, looking to pick up another win here tonight. And in their next couple of matchups, their next game will be at Heights. So a tough matchup, but definitely one they can win. But with their record looking to get a high playoff seeding, and they might host some playoff games here at Cape and Mount Carmel. And as we're in this third to fourth quarter break, the Crusaders lead by 14, looking to hold on to that lead going in to the end of this game. And if you're Northwest, you got to start finding something on offense.
Or just be able to stop this KMC offense. KMC has been electric. It's very hard to stop a team that, when one of their main scorers like Corbin Johnson coming out with 16 points, and then another guy, Rocco Keller, a big game from him, 19 points. KMC, when one guy is stopped or guarded closely, they just get it to another. That's the versatility of this team. They have playmakers at every position.
Yeah, not just in the starting 5, coming off the bench. Lots of talent for the Crusaders, and when you have that depth, you're just going to be successful, especially with an elite head coach.
It could be anybody's night, and tonight it's Keller's, as the whistle called before that one went.
And the foul will be on the floor. Basket does not count. That one will be called on number 23, River Peters, his first personal, team first of the quarter for the Grizzlies.
Daniels to set things in motion, finds Dalian. Dalian trying to power his way through, and whistle called.
And that one will be on number 3, Deshae Benton, picking up his second personal.
Dalian finding Keller at the top of the key. Keller back out to Daniels to reset. Keller inside, tried to find Dalian on the cut, and Red, a 2-on-1, gets the basket, powering through the pressure and contact, and Red will get the and one opportunity.
The big play by Red, fighting through the contact. Mengu picking up his third personal, team first of the quarter. Red to shoot his and one opportunity here for the Grizzlies.
And Red unable to find his mark. A missed opportunity for Northwest.
And for
Daniels experiencing the press. Inside, Keller. The pump fake, and good, using the square.
And for
pulls up Eli Benning. Leather through lace. Benning has 16 points.
Daniels trying to beat the defense.
Johnson motioning for the screen. Gets it to Daniels. Guarded closely by Benning. Across the court, finds Keller. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Inside, Keller loses the ball, and that'll be KMC possession. They'll have a second to get up a shot.
So they're probably just going to try to get a quick tip in off probably a high pass from Daniels. Keller, no good, almost with the one-handed bucket. Dalian trying to fight for the rebound. The foul will be called. That one on number 4, Franklin Aku, his second personal, team third.
Daniels surveying the court from the sideline. Finds Urlacher inside. Urlacher powering his way in. Scratches the front of the rim. The deep pass from Benning. Hammond uses the fiberglass.
And the momentum here building for the Grizzlies. Bring it back within a single-digit deficit.
The deep heave to Dalian. Dalian guarded closely by Red. Whistle called. Timeout for the Crusaders as Coach Steve Eck will talk to his team.
A 30-second timeout called for by head coach Steve Eck. Seemingly the frustration with the refs building on the Kapaun sideline. Corbin Johnson and some of his teammates, along with head coach Steve Eck, showing frustration, not getting a call underneath the basket. But just a second to talk things over. Coach Eck always doing a good job when you're playing a high-powered team that can turn things around so quickly. Calling a timeout when the opposing team is starting to build some momentum and slow things down, calm his guys down, and doing so once again. Crusaders lead by 9, inbounding in front of the student section on the far sideline. Daniels heavily defended by Benning.
Johnson finding Daniels. Daniels making Bennett slide. Or Bennings. Daniels the spin. And whistle called that one on Benning. That'll be his 4th. And Benning in foul trouble. Northwest would hate to lose a player like him. He's 16 on the night. A pivotal scorer for the Grizzlies.
Just a pivotal player all around, both on offense and defense. Crusaders struggling to get the ball in. The heave to Johnson, mossing the defender.
Johnson squares up to get a shot. KMC keeping the possession alive. Keller, pump fake. The deep shot. Unable to connect. Johnson off the leg of River Peters. Keeping the possession alive. Daniels will inbound.
And just a high IQ play by Johnson. The Crusaders just constantly being frustrated and not getting any calls. Johnson getting the call there. He will shoot 2. That one being called on number 1, Darian Hammond. That is his 3rd, team 5th on the Grizzlies.
And another key Northwest scorer in foul trouble with 5:23 left. Not looking good for them. Johnson's first ricochets off the front of the rim.
Crusaders still holding a 9-point lead, but any chance to increase would be good.
And Johnson's second is pure. 17 points for the senior. Peters squares up. Ricocheting off the front of the rim. Daniels and Johnson taking the ball up. 5 minutes left. KMC leading by 10. In the corner, Dalian unable to connect. And that will be KMC basketball off the hand of Red.
And it will be Daniels to inbound for the Crusaders in the fight for the rebound. Inbound gets into Keller. Keller off the left hand. Keller has gone to work tonight, picking up 23 so far.
And Keller having one of his best performances of the season in a pivotal game.
The foul will be assessed to number 12, Owen Herlocker, his fourth. So now 2 Crusaders with 4 personals, Porter and Herlocker. As the first attempt from Peters will not fall. And Jude Porter checks into the game for Herlocker. Porter's got to be careful having 4 personal fouls with 4:34 remaining.
And Peters able to sink his second.
Johnson getting the ball around the trap.
Daniels, Daling the big heave to Daniels. Daniels weaving through the defense. And inside, loses the ball. But Daniels will get 2 shots at the line as contact was made.
And that one will be called on number 4, Franklin Aku, his 3rd personal, team 5th. And the first one will circle in for the senior Corey Daniels.
And money on Daniels' second. He has 3 points.
Daniels has been a silent contributor so far tonight, facilitating this offense. Only 3 points.
And Benning pulls up deep from the parking lot. Knocks it down. Eli Benning has 19.
And Porter on the defense of the 3, but Benning able to make the shot over the defense of Jude Porter. Northwest trailing by 10. Timeout was called by the Grizzlies, head coach Andy Hill. Talking things over, probably want to push his offense more with the time remaining and the scoring deficit here, trailing by 10.
And as we look ahead on the KMC schedule, Heights on the 25th at Heights. That is a big matchup for the Crusaders as they lost earlier in the season on the January 14th here, 54-59 against the Falcons. And then their final regular season matchup will be against North at North on the 27th. So 2 matchups to watch as KMC finishes off their 2025 campaign.
Yeah, and definitely we'll be looking at those. Seeing the seeding that Kapaun will receive in the postseason determines how many games they will host. Porter wide open for 3, no good. Grizzlies pushing it.
KMC hustling back on defense. Peters the spin, able to connect on the layup. KMC leading only by 8 now.
This is the closest the Grizzlies have been able to bring it in a while. The dart of a pass down to Keller in for the layup, looking for the and one. Benning pushing it for the Grizzlies.
Benning the quick kick to Hammond. Hammond! That one leather through lace. He has 9 points. The Northwest fans are fired up.
And you can't shoot that 3 better than that, bringing it within 7.
Johnson, the quick dish to Dalian. Dalian back to Porter, and in the corner, Daniels. Keller unleashes. Good! Rocco Keller with the answer. He has 28 points, a season high. And Benning tried to answer Keller's three. Johnson secures the miss. Hustling down, Dalian. Dalian double teamed, fighting. And whistle called. Looks like Dalian will get some shots.
Dalian will head to the line based on the Crusaders being in the bonus. That one was called on number 25, Liam Calvert, picking up his 4th personal. So another player in this matchup that's got to be careful not to foul out.
And Dalian sinks his first. And Dalian's second drips through.
Benning trying to push this Grizzly offense. The pump fake and the shot will fall for Calvert. Grizzlies trail by 10.
Calvert, his first points since the first quarter. KMC has done a great job of limiting him. Daniels at the top of the key, back to Johnson. Johnson, the quick pass out of the hands of Daly, and Northwest taking the other way. And Peters for 3. Bang!
And Northwest bring this one within 7. A full timeout called.
And KMC has seen their lead slowly fade away. Only 7 now.
Excuse me, a 30-second timeout, called by Northwest. Talking things over after the big 3, bringing it within 7. Johnson hitting the floor hard for the Crusaders from the screen. Seems to be okay. This is a crucial moment in this game. Grizzlies building up momentum. The Crusaders still holding on to their lead, but is well within reach of the Grizzlies trying to pull off a win here. They have trailed the entire game. Looking to pull off this 4th quarter comeback. It'll be Johnson and Daniels to receive the inbound from Porter.
Daniels at the helm for this offense. Finds Porter. Porter quickly received contact. Porter back out to Johnson. Gets it to Daniels. Finds an open Porter. Northwest quickly gets back on defense. Wide open Johnson. His shot scratches the rim, and Dalian unable to connect his shot. Rolling around the rim and out. And a sophomore will shoot 2.
Dalian drawing the contact there. Foul will be called on number 3, Deshae Benton, his 3rd personal.
And Dalian is money on his first.
And Dalian for his 2nd attempt. It will go. The Crusaders playing back on defense. They can't allow any quick buckets. Benning pushing it for the Grizzlies.
Benning inside. Tried to find Peters, but gets it himself. Benning unleashes a 3. Missed off the front of the rim, and the putback attempt from Calvert will give him 2 shots from 15 feet away.
And that foul will be called on number 15, Blaze Daly, in his third. Team third.
And Calvert easily connects on his first. He has 6 points. And coming away with it was EQ. The deep shot attempt from Calvert, unable to connect, keeping the possession alive. EQ. And Benning. Again, Northwest just forcing shots out here, getting the whistle to go their way again.
It will be Northwest basketball under the rim. The Crusaders giving the Grizzlies many attempts at a shot, none able to fall. They will inbound. Benning under his own basket. Moving quickly. Benning into Peters. The fade will not go. Recovered by Porter. The foul called is on the floor. Porter will shoot two.
And that was EQ's fourth. So now another Grizzly is in foul trouble. Porter, 2 shots at the line.
Definitely not a time you want to be in foul trouble. Time where you have to start fouling to stop the clock. Kapaun leads by 7. 30.6 remain. Porter shooting his second attempt. Crusaders playing everyone back on defense.
Porter's second drips through. He has 8 points. Benning forces a deep three, connects. KMC leads by 7 now.
And the quick timeout called by head coach Andy Hill of the Grizzlies after the deep three. And talking things over, just trying to find a way to score quickly, force the turnover from the Crusaders on the inbound. And if you're the Crusaders, you're just trying to probably draw up a play to get the inbound safely in to your point guard, either Corey Daniels or Corbin Johnson. We have had an eventful matchup on this Friday night, senior night for the Crusaders, looking to get their revenge tonight on the Northwest Grizzlies. The girls coming out victorious in their matchup. Boys looking to do the same. As play resumes, the Grizzlies trailing by 7. .6 remain. Porter to inbound for the Crusaders.
Daniels to Porter. Porter racing. And contact made.
And that will be the 5th personal on Eli Benning. He will foul out of the game. To take his place is number 25, Liam Calvert. Benning visibly frustrated. He has had a good game, putting up 22 points for the Grizzlies. Porter good on his first attempt.
And Porter's second bounces around the rim and out. Under 20 seconds left now. Calvert, the pump, rushes inside. Porter and Calvert collide. Porter, it looked like he was Superman out there, mid-air.
Calvert hitting the ground hard, looks to be shaken up a little bit, but seems to be okay. He will shoot for the Grizzlies. Jude Porter fouling out of the game to an applause. He takes a seat. Number 14, Charlie Barrier, senior, taking his place on the court. So the first attempt will not go. Crusaders leading by 8. Kyle Kea, the senior, checks in exchange for Rocco Keller.
And Calvert's second connects.
Inbound into Johnson. Crusaders looking to dribble this one out.
Johnson's
pass is intercepted. And the last second layup to make it look better. 75-70, the final tonight for the Crusaders. A win for both the girls and boys on senior night. Thank you all for joining us. And we should be with you for the playoffs, but thank you for spending your regular season with us.
It has been an excellent experience broadcasting here at Cape Mount Carmel. So thank you and have a good night.